situation here. So we're going to do an upper sum and a lower sum of this function. So we're going to split it into 44 rectangles of equal width, and this will give us an estimate of the area. All right, let's look at an illustration here. Here's our function. First thing I want to do is I want to find the turning point here. Okay, we can do that with the derivative, set the derivative equal to 0. Because when the function is increasing, we will use either left or right Riemann sums, and when it's decreasing, we will switch. All right, so I'm going to show what that looks like, but first, let us find that turning point. So it's where x equals 6. Okay. So we're going to do the upper sum first. Okay. So we've got to stop at 6 here. All right. So you notice that the rectangles are using the right Riemann sum. That means the height of the rectangle is the function on the right side. Okay. Now when we get to 6, we're going to have to switch to the left side. Okay. So let's see what that looks like. You notice all these rectangles are slightly above the function, therefore the overestimate. Okay, so that's the left. The height of the rectangle is the value at the left edge. Okay, now I'm going to pull out one of these rectangles just kind of randomly. Okay, and let's look at the height and the width of this. Okay, so the height is the value of the function at this value. Okay, so I means which rectangle. So there's 44 rectangles. So this is I is from 1 to 44. The 2 is where we started. Okay. The width, okay, I should explain the 8 over 44. That's the width of the rectangle. So if you look at the first rectangle, it's 2. The right edge is 2 plus 8 over 44. And then 2 plus 16 over 44. Okay. And so it should be clear that the width of each rectangle is 8 over 44. So what we need to do is calculate the area of each one of these rectangles and add it up. Okay. Now there's 44 rectangles for the upper sum, 44 rectangles for the lower sum. That's 88 rectangles. And it's going to be a pretty tedious job if you're doing that by hand. That's why I recommend finding a way to automate this. Like I said, Python is a great tool, pretty easy to use. You can do this in about 2 lines of code. You could also put it in a spreadsheet. All right. Now let's look at the sigma notation for the upper sum. Okay, so we split it into 2 pieces. All right. This is from 1 to 22. So that's the first 22 rectangles. Okay. That's the left half. And then from 23 to 44, that's the right half, those rectangles. Okay. And you notice that there's a shift here with the I minus 1. So this means left side Riemann. This means right side Riemann. So we've got the height times the width of these 44 rectangles. Just add it up and you get this number. Okay. Let's look at the lower sum now. Lower sum is everything is reversed now. We've got the left edge of the rectangles there. We switch over to the right edge. There, you see each rectangle is slightly below the function, therefore the underestimate. And let's look at the sigma notation again. Okay, so we've got the shift to the left here of the first 22 rectangles, and then back to the right side with the next 22. Okay, so as I said, you really want to find a way to program this sum. So that would be a different lesson, how to do this in Python. It's really quite easy. Like I said, about 2 lines of code would give you this number. The next thing that you could do is integrate this from 2 to 10 and take the average of the upper and lower sum. They should be very, very close. Okay, I hope that was helpful.